We are going to hear from one of the most powerful women in this state. Someone who has been through untold suffering, untold struggle, and has not let that struggle define her, but has used that to be a champion for justice in this state. It is really my distinct honor to be standing with and to bring before you today Miss Sharonne Salaam.
Yes.
Well, I am very, very pleased to be here, and I'm pleased that other bills and other opportunities for the wrongfully incarcerated people of the world, of New York City in particular, of New York State, have an opportunity for the justice they so justly deserve. I remember years ago when I was going through this process, we didn't have this kind of opportunity. We didn't have other avenues available to us. Since that time, we've been working on other types of issues that would help propel us into a way so that our young people, our children, our aunts, our uncles, our brothers, our sisters, and our mothers and our fathers have an opportunity for the justice they deserve.
That's right. That's right.
Many times there are people who are incarcerated today who are innocent of crimes, but because we have a system in this city and in this state and in this country where we have the largest amount of people incarcerated in the world. Let me just let this go by. Okay. Yes, this is New York City, so we expect all kind of activities and emergencies to be going on at all times. But getting back to the largest population in the world, right here in New York City, we should be ashamed of ourselves in this country.
That's right.
I was ashamed to find out after I went through the horror and the hell I went through. I'm just going to tell you how for a minute it feels to walk down the street, have people spitting at you. Walking down the street and have people walking up to you and asking, well, what kind of child do you have? He should be killed. Beating up our loved ones in the classrooms who are innocent and victims themselves. Going through this process is a hell that affects our mothers and our fathers, our sisters and brothers and children who are left behind. Many of us lose our loved one while we are incarcerated, and it's something that should not be happening. And for those of us who are wrongfully incarcerated, and what do they say? Some people claim it's only 10%, but that sounds good. When there's 100% of us in there, then lower that number and make it as small as possible. Because I believe it's probably 50%. And when they come out, there's no way for them to reach the justice that they deserve. Because the avenues toward that justice are closed. These bills that are there, and we have a bill that assists people also who have been wrongfully incarcerated, who are coming out and need service, they need finances, they need other types of things. That bill is there too. And we need to move forward with those bills. It's just so many of them are waiting. We need to get ourselves together and make it a way. I'm not going to tell much of my story because I don't want all the camera people, the news people in the world to be falling on their knees crying for me. I want people to stand up and start fighting with me.
That's right. Come on.
We got to take this fight on to the end. We got to make it win because our people, our children, our husbands, our wives depend on this victory.
That's right.
We need you all to be a part of it. And we're going to start off. I know I only have a few minutes to speak because there's so many of us here who are wrongfully incarcerated. But if you're wrongfully incarcerated and it's this group, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let them know who you are. If you believe you're wrongfully incarcerated and you haven't been exonerated yet, raise your hand. Raise it up. We are all here. We are not alone. And neither am I.